Our Continental Reserve model is powered by a Lincoln-exclusive 3-liter twin-turbocharged V6. Quiet and refined, this engine delivers 400, both horsepower and pound-feet of torque. It's matched to a 6-speed push-button automatic transmission and standard torque vectoring all-wheel drive. Fuel economy is disappointing at 16 miles per gallon city, 24 highway. Still, there's enough sauce to squirt this 4,500-pound sedan to 60 miles an hour in the mid-5-second range. But if less is more, 2 other V6s are available. Each can be had with either front or all-wheel drive. As tested, our Conti cost a princely $75,965, though a passel of luxury amenities helps justify that figure. Things like LED headlamps, a pounding 19-speaker Revel sound system, and 30-way adjustable front bucket seats. In comparison, the S90's as-tested price of $66 and change seems downright reasonable. This T6 Inscription model features a turbo and supercharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. Pressurized to the point of bursting, it punches far above its weight class, churning out 316 horses and 295 pound-feet of torque. Making the most of all of that is an advanced 8-speed gearbox. The T5 version is also available, which gives up 66 horses. Despite its significant
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day 13 of the Crypto Challenge. This is a very special live stream. We got a full house with us here right now. Joining me today, we have Jerome, we have Crypto Romeo, we have Damilon, Grizz, Jeff, and Mr. KoinVX, John himself with the Mickey Mouse ears. Welcome, guys, to this amazing day. I'm feeling really good about today. How are you guys feeling?
For myself, pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, great, mate.
What an enthusiast. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
All right,
what a
guys.
motivation.
Sorry about the small delay in the stream. I had to do a last-minute restart. Otherwise, I would have come out sounding like Daft Punk to you all. So, let's start off with our daily tradition. We're going to go and check out our balance, 1340.74. Come into the daily, 1340.74. Okay, now I know a lot of people right now are going to be looking and going, Mr. Techie, we go one day up, one day down, one day up, one day down, one day up, one day down. Ladies and gentlemen, that there is very simply because of, let me just get rid of these random indicators that I have on my screen here. That is because, as you guys can see very beautifully, Bitcoin is going one day up, one day down, one day up, one day down. So our account is directly reflecting Bitcoin at the moment. Now, if you guys remember, a couple of nights ago, we sold the majority of our assets that were in profit into USDT, United States Dollar Tether. It's just a digital token like anything else. A few people got confused about that. And we are still holding some coins that we are not yet in profit on. So, just getting a comment here that there seems to be a bigger delay on YouTube. That's not what I like to hear, is it? Let's see how much of a delay. If someone could maybe calculate that, that would be great.
It was about 15 to 20 seconds, Techie.
15 to 20 second delay. Oh, YouTube, why do you let us down again?
You finished your almost your whole intro before it showed up.
That is very interesting. Okay, then we're going to have to survive today, guys, with a 15-second delay on the chat messages. So I do apologize for that, guys. We will try to catch your questions as soon as possible and answer them in due time.
You just check the settings. You know,
yep.
You have the settings one, yeah. So
yeah, it's on ultra low time, but occasionally it does it. It's yeah. We can only do so much, people. Unless we come to you and we sit in your living room and have a cup of, well, probably a glass of beer or something and give you guys the challenge update, then YouTube may occasionally decide to do this. So, onwards and upwards. Which assets are we holding and why are we going down? We are currently holding ICX and we are currently holding Walton. So our first step right now is to go and check out what these guys have been doing and why they have been hurting us. Okay, so if you guys remember, we've got them set up in our favorites. We go into ICX and let's have a look at how ICX has performed. We can make this a nice big chart so everyone can see. So we clocked off yesterday at approximately here. And as you guys can see, ICX has just been going down and down and down and down. It hasn't been very friendly to us, despite the fact that Bitcoin, if we zoom into the same time period right now, let me find that exact point as well. And I like to put these vertical lines just so that you guys can follow along about here. Okay, so Bitcoin did go down a bit over the last 24 hours. It's not actually that much. I've got it zoomed in. It looks a little bit more dramatic than it actually is. That's kind of a better scale. So ICX has been going down. Let's have a look at Mr. Walton. And just as a quick thing, instead of going backwards and forwards, I'm just going to type in the top here, WTC. And it takes me to Walton directly. That's a little bit of a tip, guys. Instead of you having to click through and everything, if you have a look in the address bar, you can generally see the address of the pairing that's in there. And then you can open it up like this. Apart from right now, I decided not to open it. I think it may need to be capital letters. There we go, that's more like it. And if we come into Walton as well and we have a look, it was approximately this time here where we clocked off the stream yesterday. So we are about back where we were. Let's update our beautiful Excel slash crypto slash Google Sheets. We have ICX at 4587. We come here to trades, ICX 4587. 4587. Okay, so we can see there, guys, we're still in a loss with ICX, down quite a bit actually. It's a bit of a disappointment in ICX there, and Walton is at 25036. So let's come up to Walton, 25036, and then we can copy that one and paste them down there. So that is essentially the position we're in. We're still in quite a bit of a negative loss with these two, despite the fact that we made a beautiful profit on some of the other trades that we made. But the question now becomes, we are in USDT because we are expecting a dip, or we were expecting a dip a couple of days ago. And right now on my screen in front of me, guys, I have John's chart. John,
Yes.
would you like to share your latest update? Your chart is on the screen now.
Okay, let me check it. I need to look at YouTube right now. Okay, there you go. Let me wait for the update.
Please hold the line while we try to update your
Yeah.
screens.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
still do not have the chart. There you go. I got a chart. The thing is that I think I'm gonna take my chart. It's gonna go faster for me. And I'm just gonna first memorize the chart.
John,
Here.
would you like to share your screen with us, perhaps using the link in the chat while I
Yeah,
move
we
on to
can.
another
There's
point?
no problem, you know.
Okay.
If you give me something, I can do it.
Let me just go back up and recopy and paste the information there.
But I can see the chart right now. So
Okay, there you go, John. If you have a look
Okay.
in the room, you'll find the link. So while John opens that up, guys, I'm just going to move on very quickly. And essentially right now we have 2/3 of our assets, okay, in USDT, expecting this dip. When we sold into USDT, we sold at a price of about 8,100, okay, approximately, not quite. And as a result, Bitcoin has gone up. Okay, it's currently at 8573. Sorry, 8575. You can see it there, or even if we zoom in here and you see along the right hand side. I'm just going to try and zoom in here, make this a bit easier for you guys to see. There you go, 8576. And over the day, it has done a bit of a climb. Okay, nothing major, guys. It's not like, oh my god, yay, everything's finally done. But Bitcoin did climb a little bit after its descent from last night, and then it kind of started to go back down again. What is the result of this, and what does this all mean? This is why John is here today, because he's going to share with us his beautiful screen, and I believe he has joined the room. I can see.
It's the first time I use this app, you know, so
It's okay. There's a button right at the top in the middle, John, for
yeah,
screen sharing.
Okay. Just looking at my chart. There you go.
There we go.
So,
That's much
I
better.
just
Now
shared my
John can
chart.
talk about his chart and explain it with him pointing at the various points instead of me moving my mouse like one of those people on the game shows. And here's the prize for this evening. And there's a lovely lady just moving her hands up and down in the air. All right, John.
do you get my chart?
Oh yeah, we've got it.
Yeah, good. I switched push to talk, so now I just forget the button all the time. So let me adjust here. Okay. So this is a beautiful chart. If you're having a seizure right now, it's normal. It's Bitcoin. So we are back from, we're back on February the 10th. So 3 days ago, 2 a.m. in the morning, we have our bull trap. It's EST time, by the way. Okay. 2 a.m. in the morning, 10th of February, bull trap at 9,000. So this is my blue line, and this is where it starts. If we look at the descending channel we have a perfect descending channel. We just break here just a little bit, but we have a beautiful red dildo, so it just continues to drop, and this is absolutely perfect. And we have a small bottom here, and we just we just go down, go up, and we retrace a bit here. So this is our second bottom, and we immediately go up. So this is the pattern we had to expect initially. Normally we should have expected this pattern, but this is the problem, that Bitcoin does not respect anything. So we are now here. Okay, so we had this bottom here on the 11th, so that was 2 days ago, so that was Sunday, and this is where I thought that we had to go down at this time when we have this drop. If you look at the pattern here, it was just a big continuation, so it was even not a bottom. We had a lot of room to go. We should have gone far away and down below the support, but I don't know exactly what happened at 7-8. But it seems that a bot probably triggered a big order, or probably was a stop loss. Probably, I don't know, probably was a buy order, a big one at this time, and probably was a leverage. But what happened is that we had immediately these big green dildos, and it just broke the downtrend, and that's why we did not have any more drops, because otherwise, between Sunday and Monday, we should have dropped and go somewhere like 6K and probably continue today. So it gave some strength to Bitcoin. So that's why we went up here on this channel. You see the green channel. This is where we're going up right now, and we had another bull trap because we can see that here. I'm just going to put an arrow. Just let me choose the arrow. There you go. This is here, the bear trap. I just put an arrow. We have a bear trap here immediately after we rise. So this is the thing. We start, we start to go. So we have a good impulse, and immediately we go down, and we have immediately a bear trap. So it means that Bitcoin is definitely fragile. It means that there's no confidence. So we start to rise, and we have some mean bears that are definitely trying to get Bitcoin down. So it's kind of rare, that it's not happening that many times. Even in the stocks, when you look at the stocks, that kind of rise immediately stopped by a bear trap is not that often. So this is the thing. So that's why I knew that we were going up here. So we're here. And we end up here. So this is the end of our rise. So this is the bull trap. Thing is, we have a bull trap at 11.8, 11.9. So we can break again the last bull trap. So we are weak. And even if you look at my chart here, we have a descending channel. This is the yellow channel. Okay, this yellow line, it stops here, but in reality, it does not stop. It does not stop here. It just goes up, up, and up until December the 25th. So this channel, the yellow one, is the descending channel we have since December the 25th. So it seems that we are almost at the end of this big correction, because it's getting tight, and this channel is almost over. So that's why we are rising, going down, rising, going down, but we can't avoid the end of the correction. So I don't know where we're going to go right now. I'm still positive for a sub 6. Sub 5 probably is going to happen, but it depends how the panic is going to kick in. It's all about FUD. Right now, we don't have FUD because the medias are talking about Bitcoin since today. And yesterday, they were posting some new articles about the end of the bearish market, etc. So we see. But thing is that, and it showed that we started a new descending pattern here. We touched the last descending pattern. So we almost had a convergence here, and almost went down immediately to our last support. So what's happening now? It's just going to go here. So where we touch here was the second channel, was the second descending channel. This could have been very bad. But as I said, and when we were here, it seems that we have some bulls that want Bitcoin up. So that's what happened here. We went down, we touched the second channel, almost have a convergence, and there we go. We have something that is pushing up. Here we have some bots playing, and we are going down. We are testing again our resistance, you know, I87, but it's still the descending channel. So it seems that we are still due for a correction, because even if we broke here the descending channel, if we wanted to be bullish again, we had to break it really hard, like breaking the last trend, the last bull trap. And at this time, I would say, okay, guys, we're not gonna have a we're not gonna have a dip. It's over, and we're just gonna go up. Thing is, it didn't happen because Bitcoin is still fragile, and I think that people just want it cheaper, and they just want to buy before the end of the month, because they definitely know that in March is going to get bullish. So right now we're here, now we're here, but we were here testing the limit. So you have this resistance, and we went back down, and the support became the new resistance. So I'm not expecting that Bitcoin to rise up to 8.6. You know, it's not going to rise more than 8.6. Probably is going to test a little bit, but it's not going to work, because now we are again in the channel, and this channel is really tight. So when you have a tight channel, what can happen is that it can just break immediately here, and we can just test this support. This support is 8.3. This is a major support. This support is probably the biggest support we ever had these past few days, when Bitcoin was dipping, and when it went up again, we had this tough resistance, and it became a big support. If we do break 8.3, we just forget about this support at 8.1. It's just going to drop, and we have nothing here. We nose diving until we reach 7.8. We're going to have a retracement. We're going to get back up to the channel probably, and we're just going to follow the channel again and go down, go down, go down. So the worst part is here. And of course, if it happens, okay, because if we leave here the channel, we have this yellow channel, the downtrend channel. If we leave the channel and we break here, which is currently 8.5 or 8.6, it depends on the time. The more we wait to drop, the worse it is. So it's going to be 8.6, 8.5. If it breaks this downtrend channel, definitely there is nothing at all. Just nosedive, and we should be back around here. This is 7.2, and if we break 7.2, it's immediately 6.8. So these are the last very big strong support we have. These support, they are the support we broke last time when we had the big dip at 5.9. These support are really, they are strong. They are really strong, but they are also fragile because of our last big drop. If it happens that we have a lot of panic sales, and if FUD kicks in, it's just going to take 1 hour to break these two supports. And at this time, if we break these two supports, we just go through immediately straight to my prediction, and it's just going to break sub 5 immediately. First sub 6, and it's going to break sub 5. Because these two supports are probably the biggest support we can have. And I know that there's a lot of stop losses for the leverage margin trading here. And I know that it's just going to happen. So right now, if we look at the chart immediately here, and we get back and we zoom, this is where we are. It's weak. These are really bad. Definitely, because we had a chance. We had the chance to have a wedge. If we look here, we had a beautiful wedge, and on the left. So if you look on the left, we had the wedge with my green line in the channel, and we had all the potential to break up and go again, and we just failed. So the problem is that we had a second wedge again, second chance. I'm just gonna put a line. There you go for the line. So the line was here. There you go. Because you see the blue line. So here we had the potential to have a wedge, and we could have broken the support, the resistance, the big one, the level, and we did not. We just failed again. So this is a pretty bad consolidation here, what we have, and we're just waiting for. I think we're waiting for the Chinese. Definitely, I think that when the Chinese are going to kick in, it's just going to break, and we're going to go down in the channel. This is what's going to happen. Two possibilities: or the Chinese, come and break everything, and we're just going down, or Chinese are just going to back Bitcoin and it's just going to break, and we could break the channel. If we break the channel, we go up, and we can have probably opportunity to test again 8.7, 8.8, probably 8.9. And if it fades again, it's not going to wait that long, you know, to drop. This time is going to drop more and faster. It's all about time. So right now, we should have dropped before, but we did not. So this is Bitcoin. You know, there's no reason to panic. There's no reason to be eager or greedy. Right now, I'm USDT, like I think a lot of people here, and we're just waiting. So take it. I'm good with that, and I'm done. So you can take over.
Okay, thank you very much, John. Some people saying the stream is lagging. Guys, if you could just let me know, is it just the video that's lagging, or is it only the audio that's lagging? Now, I'm going to leave John's chart on the screen, but there's a couple of terms that I know a few of you maybe haven't heard before, so I'm going to very quickly try and go over them in a very much summarized way. So the first one, bull trap. So that's something that you would have heard a few times in there. What is a bull trap? A bull trap is when you see that you are heading in one direction and then it changes in another direction. So remember the bulls and the bears. The bulls want the market to go up and the bears want it to go down. So then essentially a bull trap is when it's kind of a fake reversal of the market. The market changes direction, and so then people believe, yeah, now we're going back up, and people start to buy in, but in actual fact it becomes the point of, no, it's just very temporary, and the people who buy in then get caught in the trap. They are the bulls, the people buying. They get caught in the trap, and then the market starts to go back down again. Okay, the second word there is retracement. Okay, I think we've maybe spoken about it a couple of times. I'm just going to open up my chart quickly here and show you guys what is a retracement. A retracement is when you hit a certain level. I'm just drawing a very quick line here. Okay, it's when you come down and you hit a certain level and you essentially bounce off of that line and you start to go back up again. That there is a retracement. It's going back in the direction where it came from, i.e. if it was coming from the top and heading down, it goes down, hits the line, retraces back upwards. Okay, what is a wedge? A wedge is a type of shape that is used in technical analysis. We will show you guys how to make the wedges yourself. And finally, the Chinese refers to the whole Asian market. There are a lot of traders and a lot of miners based out of China, and essentially the term Chinese because they were originally the largest market in the Asian area. So the old school traders just refer to that side of the market as the Chinese. And it's talking about when the Asian markets come on and they start trading, because obviously they're all fast asleep right now while we are streaming, although some of them are probably awake very early. But as well, you guys got to remember that a lot of them aren't day trading. Quite a large number of them are, but then kind of they wake up a little bit later, etc. A few questions that came in.
If you have the chart, is on YouTube. Excuse me, is the chart on YouTube or no?
Yep, it's yours. Yep.
Yep. Okay, so just updated. This is better also for you to explain the bear trap and why we know that it's a bear trap. The bear trap. The bear trap is the last candle. It's when it forms like a cup. Okay, a bear trap, you can detect it when it's a final red candle that is plain. There's no line that is going up or down, no close, or it closes plain. So most of the time, bear traps closing like this beautiful candle here. It's a plain one, and you have what we call the green one, a hammer candle. The hammer candle, when you see it, you know that it's a bear trap. So immediately you buy. You know that it's going to go down the last time. It's almost the bottom. Bear trap here, hammer candle. I put the yellow arrow, and you have the red one. This red one, it's kind of easy to predict the bear trap and to know that it's going to go up and pretty hard. This is almost, all the time. It's what happened when we see a bottom. So it's kind of easy. If you see a bear trap like this, so a plain candle with a green hammer candle, you know that you can buy, or probably wait for the next one and you buy on the next one, and it's just going to shoot up. At the difference, the opposite, as Teki was saying for the bull trap, it's here. Here we have the bull trap. Bull trap is that we have a long ride. We start always all the time to rise, and we have a signal. These candles, the red candles here. I'm going to move my yellow arrow for you. When you have green here, and you have these two red, or sometimes it's just one big, and it's a plain one. It's again a plain one. This is the final call. You know,
just to
that
clarify,
the bull
guys,
trap is coming.
A plain one
What's
means a candle without the wicks. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So
you have no
guys,
closure.
yeah.
You have, when it opens or closes, you don't have any lines. So if you look at it right now, you have green. So we have a small doji here. You have red. Sometimes it's just one big red, but it has to be plain. When it's a plain candle, at this time, you know that it's going to dip. You're going to have the final rise. And you know that the final rise, if it does not break the resistance, so the resistance here was at 9K, it's just a bull trap. So it was that's why I called it immediately when I saw this one. First, I saw this one, was like, oh, no, that's okay. But when I immediately saw this one, I was like, okay, bull trap coming. And it went up, and we had this final green. And when I saw that after this final green, we started a small doji. It was just a small one, at the beginning. It was just like 5 minutes doji. I was like, bull trap. So you need to just get out because it goes really fast, and you know that you start to go down. So this is the bull trap. The bull trap is not the whole pattern. The bull trap is only this red candle. You know that this is the bull trap here. So it always starts with that kind of plain candle after big rise. Here we had some small, we had some, it closes. It's not really plain. It closes up or it closes down. It depends. It really depends. So when you have this one, you have a big one here. There's this one here. It went down. It retraced. We went up again. We close. And we have a red, and it's a plain one. Here, you know that when it goes up, it's over. You know that you have a bull trap. So it's pretty easy to identify, by the way.
Okay,
so there you go for me. It's good for me.
Quite a few questions here. Kinga saying, are we going to buy any new coins today or just wait until the crash? We are going to wait until the crash. Chico saying, when you guys decide to buy back into BTC, will you announce it? Yes, we will do a mini stream as well as tweets as well as announcements on the Discord server. If you are not signed up to the Discord server, you need to get yourself signed up. The link is on the website. The link to the website is in the video description. Go there, scroll down. How do I take part? Click on the Discord server part, sign up, make an account. It's a great chat style community. Lots of rooms there, guys. Lots of resources, lots of very experienced traders. And of course, the whole 800, almost 900 people taking part in the crypto challenge are signed up there. That is where we will announce it. Just checking through right now. What do you think is better, to change from BTC to Ethereum? Possibly, but with the market as it is right now, it doesn't matter what you're trading, everything is going to be hit very hard. So that does not really. You may look at it a bit later on when the markets recover and see how Ethereum is doing, and see if you want to personally use Ethereum as a trading pair instead of Bitcoin. But again, it will come up to entirely personal choice. Zamanat Shan saying, what does a doji mean? That, sir, on the screen right now is a doji candle. It is when a candle opens and closes at the same point. Okay, so it's just a very thin horizontal line with a vertical line through it. It can be a little bit fatter. Okay, but generally it's a candle whereby there is movement, but it opens and closes at the same point, i.e. it was a battle. The bulls wanted to push it up, and then the bears tried to push it down, up and down, up and down, up and down, till it stopped at the same point it started. Difference between plain candle and candle with wicks. Guys, we're going to go through. I'm actually right now just completing part for the training of all of the different styles of candles and what do they mean and what is attributed to them. So we will cover that very soon. From which room will you make the announcements for the stream? We will make the announcements if you sign up to the Discord server, there's a whole section there called the Crypto Challenge. You go into the sign up room, you say I'm in, and then you will get access to all of the other Crypto Challenge rooms that are in there. And just checking right now, Mr. Ferone KRS saying, what's the best action to take with current coins in loss before an expected dip? The thing is, guys, we do hold some coins. They are at a loss. So we have a choice. We could either sell them right now at a loss, okay, and then wait and see how the market goes. But there is a small chance that the market will not go down. Is that correct, John?
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, I missed the
There's a
question.
chance that we're not going to have the big, major, massive, insane dip. There's a small chance.
Yes.
Okay, so if we sell those coins at a loss now, then we are effectively locking in our loss. However, in the case where Bitcoin goes up, then we can actually still have those coins and sell them for a profit rather than sell them at a loss. The issue comes, guys, is that if we sell right now at a loss and Bitcoin goes up, we're in a double loss because we lost out on the trade and then we lost out on the value of Bitcoin. We already sold our coins quite low. We went into USDT at 8100 approximately, but because the challenge is focusing on the dollar value, we haven't actually lost anything. That is why right now we're not selling the coins that we are in a loss with, and only the coins that we were in a profit with. If you want to ask a question on the Discord server, please be sure to tag myself in there. You can use the @ symbol and Mr. Techie. If you want to ask a question on the YouTube chat, please make sure you put a capital letter Q before your question, so we know it's addressed at us and not just kind of a random comment in there. We will also try and use Twitter for the mini streams when we come to do the trades. So don't worry, guys. We'll try and give you 10 to 15 minutes notice if possible. Obviously, sometimes an opportunity arises and we have to move fast. So we will try and do our best to keep you guys up to date. Oh, and now I can take a breath. Right. John, thank you very much for bringing your chart and showing us. I know for a lot of people, they're probably looking at this and going, there's so many lines and there's so many colors, and what are all these things at the bottom? What do all of this stuff mean? Oh my goodness, it's so confusing. Don't worry, guys, okay? We're going to cover these all one by one, okay? I'm preparing some TA lessons for you guys. They're going to be explained in a very simple and easy way, okay? So that then everybody, no matter what your experience is, you can at least pick up some new information. And we will go through, we will explain what is MACD, what is Stoch RSI, what is RSI, why is there something called Stoch RSI, you know, what do the different types of candles mean, what are the different types of patterns, what is a wedge, what is a channel, you know, what is a pendant, what is a cup and handle, what is a saucer, what is a potato. Well, I think you guys should know what potatoes are, but you get the idea.
Is that the thing that we can make French fries?
Yep, we can make French fries with, French fry candlesticks. We can make them with potatoes.
You Daft Punk that.
Freedom fries.
Freedom fries? Am I Daft Punk?
Yeah, you were, but it's okay now.
Oh,
That was just a quick. Was just a quick part. Like
okay.
Stronger, faster.
Right then, guys. So again, yep, the questions if you want to put them in. So what else are we going to cover for today? Now the stream has been going for a little while now. Okay. We don't have all the time. Someone's saying we need to know everything. Guys, you will know as much information as you need to become a very good and very successful trader. Okay? That is what the information we're going to give you. We may go over on some things and give you a little bit of extra information just as a backup in case one day in a few years you need to have that piece of information. But in general, we're going to try and give you guys as much information as possible. Okay, so because guys, right now we're already almost 2 weeks into the challenge. Okay, and if we come here and this is our 300 and this is our challenge amount, if you guys remember. What I'm going to do now is if I bring this guy down and say on day 14, okay, all of these ones here. Okay, now imagine that because we're almost back at the point where we started 2 weeks in, okay, because of how the market has been. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to adjust our chart so that then we can work out what our new percentage targets will be in order for us to reach our goal. So here you guys can see, I think we should be actually day 186, isn't it? Half a year? I believe it's 186. Okay, so we're going to come in here, we're going to go up to 3%. So if we do 3% compounding daily gains, that will take us all the way up to 232. Not quite good enough for me. So then we're going to set a target of 3.1, which should take us nice and way over our goal to 275. So our target, guys, okay, is now going to be, we need to make an average of 3.1% daily gain on our account, okay? 3.1% is not much, okay? I know a lot of people are kind of worried about that. So don't worry, guys. 3.1% is not much difference than 2.7%. It's all possible. It's all very, very easily obtainable. And I'm just trying to find the weekly one. We did one for the weekly, didn't we? Okay, I guess we maybe didn't. I believe we may be looking at something like 23% per week or 24% per week. I'm sure somebody will be able to calculate that. Weekly gains, instead of going 26 weeks, we're going to be going 24 weeks because essentially Bitcoin so far has really been messing with us. Someone asking, how confident is John that we'll be able to complete the challenge? John, this is a question for you to answer. How confident are you that we can make 3% gains per day?
You need to adjust your trading. As I said last time during the chat, I think that you don't have to have fixed dates and fixed time. You know, just take the market like it is, as it is, and just you know, buy whenever it's possible, even if it's not during the stream or whatever. Probably is going to be voice. I don't know yet because we're working on it with TK. But the thing is, right now I'm confident if we definitely adjust the time frame. If we buy when we have opportunities instead of waiting for the stream or whatever it is, you know, we get. If we do not do this and if we just wait for the stream time to swing trade, etc., it's going to be hard. It's not impossible because nothing is impossible, but it's going to be hard because there's no time to trade. This is a thing, you know. Sometimes it's at 8, sometimes it's at 10, sometimes it's at 2 p.m. and sometimes it's during the night. So there's a lot of opportunities.
Yep.
I think that you need to take some risk, but I think that the risk is going to be later in the challenge. I am pretty confident that Teki is going to drive this challenge without any problem. So have no fear about this. What I think is that you need to be a bit. I think it's just the beginning of the challenge. So I think that you need, you know, don't expect right now big profits with a market like this. Even if you can make a lot of profits right now with this kind of market, okay, doesn't mean that you can't. But don't expect at the beginning for us and for Teki to give you advice for an aggressive trading. You know, you can be more aggressive, but right now it's not the time. Think that you are just a beginner and you're going to be more aggressive later. I think we can be aggressive in March, mid-March, you know, when we're going to have a better market. At this time, we can start having an aggressive strategy and make more percentage profits per day. But yeah, 3% per day, yeah, it's easy.
Yep, guys, I mean, look, even when we started off the challenge and we had a few bad days, one day we made 20% in profit, okay? We made 11%. Yeah. You know, it's not that difficult to achieve. Okay, and we're taking things very slowly right now. There are a lot of opportunities, guys, where we could talk about, you know, okay, guys, we're going to try and swing this. We're going to buy this now. We're going to set a sell order at that. We're going to set a stop limit at this. We're going to do that. But if you guys aren't aware of what we're doing, then there's no point in us going ahead and starting right from now. So even if we start a little bit slowly, yep.
Yeah, go. Sorry.
Even if we start a little bit slowly, so long as everyone is on the same page, and I've said this a few times, guys, so that when the market picks up, and we can really start to make the money, then everyone knows what's going on. Okay, we don't want anyone left behind, and then all the questions coming later on, you know, about how did you guys, what did you guys, when, why, where, how. Okay, and just to show you guys, here is our timeline. Okay, a very rough timeline. This is just the guide for the team. Okay, so far we have done week 1 and we have almost completed week 2, so I'm just going to put them in green. All right, you guys can see here, you know, we've got the remainder of TA week, which has had some delays in there. We've got coin week coming up, where we're going to start to talk about coins, which coins, how to research the coins. We got wallet week. We're going to go into some more advanced TA. Then we're going to start talking about different types of swing trading, and we're going to keep on going on and keep on going on and on and on and on.
I think that for the beginning of the challenge, I think that you should not diversify that much. You should play with your own money in 1-2 coins maximum. The time to grow up. to increase your USD value or your stack, whatever you want to do. But I think that first you should play only with 2 coins maximum, you know, sometimes 1 when you have a big opportunity. During this market is better because you really can increase your stack and your USD value pretty fast and make more money. And after this, you use your profits to diversify. But right now, when you have 1.5K, it's kind of better to play with just 1 coin. That's what I was explaining a few days ago. I was saying that if you really want to trade and if you really want to buy multiple coins, I think that first you need to increase your stack and your USD value. So you just buy and you play with 1 or 2 coins maximum, and you just make a shit ton of profits. And after this, you can start diversifying, you know. So right now, for example, if for the challenge, what I would advise is that if it drops really hard, we look at just the biggest drops and the coins that were really up this past few days. You go all in and you just wait. And when it goes up, when it breaks up, you have something like 25-30% profit, probably only 20, probably only 15. Thing is, you have $15 profit, you cash out, you are fiat or you are USDT or you are Bitcoin. Thing is, you sell Bitcoin at the top, so you make a double profit. So that's why I always sell my altcoins before Bitcoin is at the top, because I can get more profits on Bitcoin. I say go USDT and probably you're going to have 2K, probably 2.5. And after this, you can do it again on another coin. And when you have another drop, you buy another coin, you go in, you wait, it pops. And when you reach something like 5K, you can start diversifying and say, okay, 2.5, 2.5. I think it's the best aggressive trading possibility for the challenge if you really want to get more profits, but not only more profits, just, you know, in case of you have a market like this, when you don't really make profits, you know, when it's like boring and you don't know what to do because nothing is moving. And sometimes it's better to go in, wait for a big rise like the last crash. And I went in only 2 coins. That was strategic, you know. I just wanted 2 coins. I bought in and it went up. I took something like 28% profits. And I went Bitcoin, wait for Bitcoin to go up more, sell my Bitcoin at 9K, and now I'm USDT, and I'm just going to buy when it's going to drop. And I think that this is the best aggressive strategy if you want, you know, to sometimes when you have lazy days like this or boring days, you're like, okay, I don't care. I'm at 28%. If today I do 0, never mind. You know, this is the thing.
So John, there's a question here in chat saying, say in the case you go all in and you buy, say, ICX. For a few days, ICX doesn't move. Is there a point where you say, I'm still just going to wait it out, or I need to move on?
It depends. It depends on the pattern. You know, for example, ICX moved on the last drop. When we had the last drop, ICX went up really hard. So if now it's not really moving and it's dropping, because it's also correction. So it's correcting with Bitcoin because it had a major rise, you know. So it depends. That's why I always say, look at the coins first. Which one were already up? Because it's really important that you look at the percentage up or down on Binance, but not only on the day. Because the percentage you'd see right now is the daily percentage. It's the 24-hour percentage. It's not the 48 hours. So probably you're going to see that it's only 3% down today. But it doesn't mean that it was not 25% down yesterday. Or it was not, probably you're going to see, oh, it's up 3% today. But yesterday was probably 23% up. So if everything dips and you buy these coins that was already up, you have probably the risk that it's going to go down more because it needs to correct, because it took a bull run. So this is why you can't look at the numbers and the 24-hour volume and percentage only for 24 hours, you know. You need to remember and put down, you know, you just write down everything and you say, okay, I know that these coins, they were rising before, and that's it, you know, because you know that if they have to correct, and even if Bitcoin goes up, if these coins need to, you know, if they need to correct, they are going to correct. This is the thing. So for example, I know that right now, some coins are really going to go up. I know that it's a matter of time before these coins are going up. If I take example, Walton, it's been a while that it did not go up really hard. And it's accumulating. If you look at the candles, and even when Bitcoin was dipping, it was not really moving. So I'm expecting when Bitcoin is going to dip, I'm expecting Walton to rise pretty fast. Also, Tronix. Tronix is at 500 now since 2 days. I know that it's gonna pop. It's almost there. It's accumulating. If Bitcoin goes down and if we break really hard, first we're gonna break really hard, and second is just because we had a lot of accumulation. It's just gonna pop up. It's the same for XRP. It's been a while that it's sub 1, sub 1. It's gonna do something anytime soon. So this is the thing you need to watch first. You know, so you want to go all in a coin, okay, it's no problem, or 2 coins, okay. You can't go all in a coin that already took something like a 30% rise these past few days, you know, because you know that even if Bitcoin dips, they're not going to rise again because they already had their run. So there you go.
Yeah, guys, every coin right now, consider it's not even the Christmas sale. This is the New Year's sale. You know, the sale that comes after Christmas where everyone's trying to clear out their stock. This is what it is, okay? Every coin, you can buy any solid coin, and when I say solid coin, I mean a good coin with a good project, and we will tell you guys how to do that next week, okay? How to discover which coins are good, which coins are maybe not so good, all right? When you hold a coin that is of good standing, good project, that has taken a big dip while BTC went down, you can guarantee it's going to go back up in price, okay? And so essentially we came in at a beautiful time, guys, because as soon as March comes around, we're going to start doubling our money, okay? Because a lot of these coins, you know... Sorry, John?
You're nice. You're nice. Doubling, you're nice. You're like a pessimist.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of these coins, guys, they're at less than 1/3. Even some of them 1/4 of the value that they were previously at.
I just made a quick check yesterday of the markets and reviewed something like 25 coins that were really high in December and the price they are now. We are for between 6 times and 9 times down the price we were in December.
Yeah, it's guys, it's crazy. Okay.
Yeah,
it's literally free. For this challenge, we could probably even just buy a bunch of coins and leave them for 6 months and come back and we'll reach our target. Maybe not quite that much, but it's to that degree, guys. So effectively right now we are buying everything out right at the bottom of the market, okay, right at the cheapest possible price, okay?
It's like it's like in June or September. It's exactly the same. It's like you start in crypto and you miss the train for Neo at $5. So it's the same opportunity right now for different coins. So this is pretty good.
Yeah. There's a few questions here, guys. I'm going to quickly go through them very quickly. 2 Coins 1 Cup saying, Mr. Techie, look at the historical that I sent you on Twitter. Yes, I will. Thank you very much. What happens if you're stuck with 1 coin? We already covered that. Somebody made a question saying, I thought that we shouldn't go all in. If you're just beginning, don't go all in, because when you start to see the red, you start to panic and you start to think, oh my god, this is going down. So it's always better to have something to balance it out. You split between 2. If one goes down but the other one goes up, you're like, okay, it's not so bad. Okay, so just when you're beginning, you don't do this. John has a more aggressive strategy, and that's because John is a full-time trader and he is always there, and if anything needs to be corrected, he can pull out in time. Okay, but for us,
I have to be honest that I forgot what was full-time trader since Bitcoin is going down.
That is true. I've been taking so much time off. It's unbelievable.
Full-time trading? What did you say? I don't know what it is. By the way, if Bitcoin does what I want right now, it's just wonderful. Right now, it's a downtrend flag. If it breaks, it's amazing. This red is just going to be probably the biggest red ever you're going to see. So I really hope that we're going to have this one, because the doji starts pretty well. The green failed on the resistance. So, and we have this bearish flag. If it breaks down, it's going to be a big red dildo, like next support around 8.4, probably 8.3. So fingers crossed, guys.
Somebody was asking about Verge. I don't know why all these pop-ups keep coming up here. Someone was asking about Verge, saying, what is your opinion on Verge as a product? As a project, okay. As a developer, as a team, I'm sorry, wouldn't touch it with a 50-foot barge. Wouldn't touch it with anything, you know. I wouldn't even touch it with BitConnect coins. Basically, it comes down to that degree.
Even Doge.
Yeah. Well, Doge still has some value, but BitConnect will only ever go down. Julian saying, why does day trading more profitable than holding good coins bought early at a low price? Guys, we're going to cover this, okay? As we go later on in the challenge, there will become a point where we can no longer day trade with all of our money, because when you're trying to move that amount of money, you end up creating walls, and when you create walls, people try to move away from the walls. Okay, so at some point we're going to need to reduce the amount of money that we are using to day trade, and that is when we start to introduce the long holds, or the coins that we buy and we just hold and we allow them to grow in value in the background. Does that mean we're not going to be able to make our 3% per day? No, it's actually better. It means then that we're going to have some coins that will always be gaining in value, as well as coins that we are actively trading with. Okay, so when we come to that point, guys, we will explain it. We will make a nice smooth transition into having what they call a trading stack, i.e. money that you are actively trading with, and your long holds, or your investments that you are leaving somewhere else, letting them grow by themselves and generate you money over time. Now I'm just checking up again, guys. If you haven't already done it, check out the website. Go to Twitter as well. We're going to be tweeting whenever we do the mini streams, and sign up to the Discord server, and of course leave a thumbs up for the video. If you don't enjoy the video, please leave a comment letting us know what we can improve in the video description. We're always open to suggestions and comments, but please be constructive and don't just criticize for the sake of criticism, because I will come back and I will answer you and you will end up getting bored. Right. So, having a look right now on John's BTC chart. As you guys can see, we are within this orange channel, and Dejaclo, when he did his TA lesson, he taught you guys and he showed you guys how to draw these channels, okay? And essentially we are within this orange. Stream disconnected. Let's just wait for the stream to come back and I'll let you know. And if it ever goes down. So, John is very excited, guys. He's not like a kid in a candy shop, he's like a kid in Disneyland. Okay, and John is a big fan of Disneyland. As you guys can tell, he's got the Mickey Mouse ears in his name. A fully grown man with Mickey Mouse ears in his name. You know he only gets excited about good stuff. So, he's excited right now about this red candle. Okay. If this red candle...
What I'm exciting in is it's a bearish flag. It's a real beautiful one. We have the final green candle, and we close down, and we have this doji. It's the perfect way to close a downtrend flag. If we do not have any manipulation, so this is the problem. This is the thing that I can't predict. If we don't have any manipulation, the next one is going to be a real big great red dildo. If we have manipulation, we're just going to break the support. This is the resistance, sorry. So this is the thing. So, but right now we have no support until 8.4 and just breaking 8.4. This is okay. We're starting it. So we have the doji I wanted. Just because this flag, it does not happen, you know, all the time. It's really a perfect flag. Like the numbers, like the numbers of the candles, the time frame, how it's it's in a trend channel, but it's gonna go down. It could reverse. It's in the descending channel. We're touching the line. So everything is perfect. All the ingredients are in the cake right now. So we can't miss the cake, except that the cake is made by Bitcoin. This is the thing. So it could be a problem.
Yep. There's a question over here. What to do if it can take 10 plus hours before we can follow a call to buy BTC again? Just buy directly once possible at that price or whatever it is. Well, I really hope that everyone will have access. That's why we're going to do mini streams, you know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, absolute maximum. You can play it back on double speed and, you know, it will then be 10 minutes or 7.5 minutes. And you can pick that up anytime during the day. If you are at work and you can't use your phone or whatever it is, make sure you have the notifications and then basically just go to the toilet or go on an early lunch break or, you know, go and grab a coffee, and while you're standing at the coffee machine, just do a trade on your phone. Okay? That's the best advice, guys. Right now is a bit of a crucial time because when we hit the bottom, we may start to jump up quite quick. Okay? So, that is why, yep, we got to watch out how things are going. Someone's saying, can you please create a Steam channel? I do have a Steemit channel, if that's what you're talking about, but we haven't posted there yet because we haven't yet done too many things. Enigma saying, can't take pauses when I want at my work. I'm really sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that. So stream stream channel. The streams are all announced in the Discord server. If you join the Discord server, you will always get an announcement for the stream. There's a dedicated announcement room for the streams that we do, essentially. I don't know if I could explain that any simpler. Right then, guys. It's right now still, if you guys have a look, we showed you guys earlier. I'm just going to put it on the clean chart here so you guys can see.
Hey, Tiki.
Yep.
Just for you, okay? Hi, Convex. Congratulations. Your level 2 icon verification has been approved.
Wow, that was fast.
I applied 1 hour ago at 7.
Wow. So they take 6 days to verify me and one hour to verify you? What is this preferential treatment?
The French touch.
Ah. Alright, guys. So if you remember, we showed you guys a little bit earlier on doji candles. That's a doji right there. Okay, if this next candle ends as a doji, then it's not really a good sign. Okay, it means the bears are trying to push the price up, but the bears are keeping them down. And usually, John, what usually happens after 2 dojis?
It's gonna be this one. It's not gonna be the third one. There's no 2 dojis. It's gonna be this one. It's just fighting too much right now for the support and the resistance. It's we're not gonna have 2 dojis. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's really fighting. It's just gonna be this one. This one is gonna go from green to red and hard. It's like it's really fighting. And if it ends with a doji, red green, it's we have something like minimum 5 red, except if we have 3 big and 2 really big. Otherwise, it's minimum 5 red. So we'll see. Oh yeah, it's gonna go up first. Okay, we're just gonna go up, and we're just gonna break down after this. So that's good because it's fighting, but it's not breaking the support. So that's cool.
Yeah, but it's a massive fight right now, guys.
There you go. There you go. There you go. We're going up. There you go. There you go. There you go. It's good.
We can have a look on the Bitcoin pair, on Bitcoin USDT on Binance. We've got the same chart over there, but here, I know I can show volume on here, but I'm just showing it on here right now. So we can have a look at the order book as well. As you guys can see, you guys know that I love spotting the bots, and I have my favorite bots that I like to spot. Today I'm not really seeing the usual suspects there. I am seeing one who may be a modified bot. I'm seeing a number 24, and I saw him earlier on today. So any order with the number 24 in it, and it looks like he just got switched off again. That's amazing.
Yeah, there's a 24, a 26, a 27. So I think it's just an incrementing.
Okay, so then it seems, guys, that maybe the bots have actually changed their approach today, and they're doing incremental. Yesterday as well, I spotted a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, up to 17 possibly. One bot who just puts in those orders. There's a 24. So essentially, guys, what are the bots and how are they affecting all of this? We can watch it as we see the chart going up. The bots are computer programs that are designed to maintain or control the price of Bitcoin. They put in orders, okay, quite often, and what they like to do is that they like to put in lots of orders to spam the order books, okay, which causes people to not be able to see anything, what's going on, what's happening all the way around them, and then people start to FOMO when they see the prices going up. There's other bots as well that come in with fake walls, and the walls move. So if we watch, I don't know where he's gone now. If we watch,
yeah, that 19 walls moving around everywhere.
Yeah. This 19 wall, guys, if you watch the price that it's at, you will find he's there, and then when he comes close, he gets removed and moves down. These are, again, a different type of bot. And then, of course, there's the normal type of trading bot that people all over the world use, for various things. Someone asking 17 and 24, potentially. Price trackers. Who's playing for... Okay, so we can just import that, and we call it unwanted commercial content of spam. Thank you. So the bots come on and they come off. Okay, for me, when the bots get switched off is when I know that there may be some action that's about to happen. Okay, because right now, guys, like you see here, there's a lot of orders for really small, tiny amounts. I remember once, John, me and you, we found a few orders for like $1 and $2 at some point in the past. Do you remember that? yeah, so they spam the order book. Okay, they cause mass confusion. People can't see anything. People don't know what's going on. Okay, and then essentially they all of a sudden switch off, and people see that they suddenly jumped up a massive price, and they're like, "Ooh, we're already at this price." People start buying. People start selling. Okay, it's market manipulation. Why are people? Why is everybody kind of right now just hanging around in USDT? Because nobody has confidence in Bitcoin because of the actions of Bitcoin over the last few days and weeks. In fact, nobody has confidence in it because at any point it could decide to go one way or another because of the manipulation that's happening.
XRP just shot way up.
XRP, let's have a look at XRP. Oh my God, what are you doing, XRP? Wow, that's a beautiful green candle. So that went up about 3 and a bit %, all in one. I'm just doing the calculation in my head. I may be off by a few points. So about 3%, it just jumped up in the space of 2 candles.
Yeah,
That's quite
don't follow
interesting.
green.
Don't buy it, guys. It's already green. You know the rule. You buy on red and you sell on green. So if you're still holding XRP, and this puts you into a profit on XRP, then you may want to consider possibly selling in preparation for the Bitcoin drop that may happen. However, if you are confident that Bitcoin will not drop, then you follow your confidence and you hang around and you wait and you see what Bitcoin is going to do. A couple of questions here. Are most of the bots put in by big whales, or are they also utilized by smaller traders as well?
Yeah, they are.
It's mostly big whales, but then there's also some smaller traders who utilize a different type of bot. These different types of bots are designed to buy an asset and then sell it at a fixed percentage. Okay, those are the traditional bots that you find in the market that a lot of traders use. But these manipulation bots, they are generally created and used by people with a lot of money who want to manipulate the market so that they can maximize their profit. They can buy something at a lower price or sell it at a higher price. Okay, the volume doesn't seem to be especially big, does it? Shouldn't it be like the case if this was a big fight? Let's go back over to BTC. Even if it isn't, I mean, if you see the volume of this candle here, okay, so that's a total of 200, and we'll say 260, 280. Okay, we'll say 280 Bitcoin. Okay, on this candle here that ended in a doji. Okay, and then we can come here to another candle of approximately equal size. This one, no, we'll go for one slightly smaller than that. There we go. Oh, that's a doji as well. You can see here that there's candles that are 250, even less, that have moved greater amounts. Okay, so this one here is 250, 260, and you can see how large that candle actually ended up being. So that should give you a rough idea of how much movement potentially there would have been within that candle, except for it was a battle that ended with it starting and ending at exactly the same point. And you can actually see the wicks of the candle, or the shadows, they are extremely large. Yeah. Okay, it's not a small amount. That isn't a standard doji. That there is what they call a long-legged doji. And I'm going to see if I can bring up an image for you guys.
The last one we have right now, if we can stand it, and if it retraces as a really small doji like we had just before the last wave, it's just going to drop really hard.
Okay, and there's an image of a long-legged doji. So a long-legged doji, guys, shows that there was an even bigger battle than normal. Okay, and that's what we're seeing right there, a long-legged doji, okay, compared to these smaller ones here. Okay, so essentially it was an even bigger battle, an even bigger fight, even though the volume maybe didn't quite reflect it, but there is still substantial volume for one single doji candle. Okay, you come back to this candle here, which was also a doji, and you can see that it's only about 160 Bitcoin, so it's not that much of a battle. Just checking up, someone posted a big picture, which means then I have to scroll up. Day Trading Kid coming into the live stream chat. Day Trading Kid, are you watching the stream, buddy? Look at the MOD coin from yesterday around 2 p.m. EST. Yep, MOD yesterday had a pump and dump done on it, which was shilled by Mr. McCoffee, and unfortunately, yeah, we're not going to really talk about that. We don't want to give him the airtime. It's not really a waste.
Well, actually, it wasn't the actual McAfee. It was an actual McCafe.
Yeah, there was an actual account called Cafe or McCoffee. I can't remember which one. Yeah, so that is, we're not really going to cover it. It was a pump and dump. I think we've spoken on the streams before about what a pump and dump is. Okay, and unfortunately it's kind of ruined the chart for a few people because now their TEA has to be completely readjusted on that coin. Someone saying, why do you think XRP jumped up so hard? I'm going to show you.
Because Bitcoin was rising. Bots. All about bots. You have bots that following, you know? And if I look at Tronics, I'm pretty sure it took something like, there you go, yeah. Tronics, 502. Oh, no, it did not move. Oh, that's... I don't like Tronics right now. Tronics is a big indicator, by the way. It's really, really weak. Thing is, it's really accumulating and really hard.
Okay, guys. Now, if you guys have a look at how Ripple has been performing, okay, this is Ripple now in these kind of strange looking candles on top of our traditional Bitcoin with its candles, okay. Ripple has actually been having quite an interesting time. Occasionally it will follow Bitcoin perfectly, and other times it will not. It will go completely on its own and do its own thing. Yep, I do have the correct pair selected. Essentially, Ripple likes to sometimes deal on its own and hold its own dollar value, regardless of how Bitcoin is moving. Bitcoin could go crazy and Ripple will just be like, nah, I don't care. And it just stays where it is. On other times, though, it really jumps and it amplifies significantly what Bitcoin is doing. And this here is just one of those examples. Okay, if we zoom in a little bit further now, we can actually see that on this green candle here on Bitcoin, that is when Ripple started to rise. And then it was like, hey, I'm going to keep on going because I think Bitcoin is going up. And then essentially it just did. And you can see the growth it had from there all the way up to there. And if we hide our Bitcoin, we can see it a little bit clearer. It went from there all the way up to there because they believed that Bitcoin is going to go up. So we're just going to go up, guys. Okay. Ripple is a beautiful coin, but again, its price, I believe that its price is kind of in a way manipulated a little bit to hold its dollar value a little bit steadier rather than holding its Satoshi value a little bit steadier, which is kind of not the same with all of the other coins. I don't know why there's a random blue line here. Let me just remove that. Strange blue line coming out of nowhere. So yeah, that's the answer to why Ripple jumped up quite hard. Someone saying XRP broke up before BTC. We just showed that on the candles here. If you have a look at BTC, the green candle, the first candles align perfectly. Okay, so it may have been Ripple broke up a few seconds before or a few minutes before, but essentially they both followed the same pattern. Okay. Right, let's have a look. Oh, lots of questions today, guys. Been in USDT 4 days, so not sure anymore. John, how long have you been in USDT?
Oh, too long.
Okay, 5
long.
days?
Saturday. Let me check the chart right now.
Okay. John has been
too long.
Yeah, John has been waiting for this for a long time. Okay, so 4 days.
It was, yeah, on the 10th. It's been 3 days. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
and
it's
I'm not
all right, guys.
The only one. I know a lot of big traders that are really waiting to get in.
Yeah, there's a lot of people waiting to get in, but right now USDT is the safest option. If we remove this and we just show the BTCUSD price, okay, this isn't quite on Binance, all right, so the pattern may be slightly different than what we are seeing, but as you guys can see here, okay, we have a little bit, a tiny little bit of growth, then we have a doji, then we have a little bit more growth, and probably we're going to end up with another doji before we end up kind of trailing off and going back down. And remember, guys, what we always said? We said when you see a pattern, okay, and you think something may happen, have a look back. Go back through historical data and see if you can find that pattern, similar pattern, and then it may give you an indication of where it may potentially go, okay? You may have to go a little bit further back than you anticipated. Okay, I'm not actually looking, I'm just scrolling back just to show you guys how easy it is to click and drag the chart, okay? But that is Yeah, that is that. So my question wasn't about USDT, but the Binance fees. Did they decrease? Sorry if I missed it. Yes, Binance fees are decreased until I believe the 22nd. Is it, guys? I believe the 22nd of February. 24.
24, yeah.
Okay, so Binance fees are reduced by 70% until the 24th. And if you come here and you have a look, our fee was... Why does it say 0.03 actually? Our fee was meant to be 0. Yep, that's correct. So our fee is reduced. The standard 0.1% fee is reduced down to 0.3, and because we are using BNB, it is reduced even further down to 0.015%. Ridiculous fees, to be honest.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think it's the lowest fees of any exchange anywhere.
Look at the last fuse.
Let's have a look.
It's a fuse. We have a beautiful fuse.
Now I gotta scroll back. Yep. So,
and be ready for big red.
I think, guys, if you want, grab some popcorn. Okay, because when this happens, it's going to be very exciting. Like seeing one nice green, and then a doji, and then another nice green, and a kind of very small red, and then another nice green, and then a doji, and then a small green. That's not a big... Look at these 3 greens. To see those, and then another green that barely even makes it, doesn't look too healthy in my opinion.
And of course, it should go down. But if we have massive manipulation, we can do any prediction. It's just gonna go down. But right now we have a lower high, so we're good.
Someone said we should keep the stream going and watch BTC. It would be very interesting.
Yeah, by the way, are we infringing on other stream times right now?
What do you mean?
Is there an 8 o'clock stream?
No, I'm not gonna stream.
Oh, okay.
So no, I'm gonna go voice a bit later, but it's gonna be late around 10 p.m. EST time, something like this. So it's gonna be in 1 hour and a half, probably a bit more. Probably not gonna go voice. So I don't know. I wanted to stream today, but you know.
Well, you managed to do some streaming today, isn't it? You were streaming here with us.
Yeah. So that's cool.
All right, guys. What I'm going to do just quickly now is we're going to go over the crypto news very, very quickly. I don't remember any news coming out today, but just to refresh my memory, I'm going over Reddit. I know some people don't like Reddit, but I like it because it comes up with the worst possible news. Is there anything that I missed, possibly? No. Again, guys, it's been really, really slow everywhere in the crypto world. So, yeah, there's nothing major in the news.
Yeah, we had nothing. Even not a drama.
Yeah, although this may be interesting, a CFTC event could boost the Ethereum price on Wednesday. I will check that out, guys, and report back to you tomorrow. Actually, it is about tomorrow, isn't it? Let's check this out here. Blah, blah, blah.
The only news I know, it's yesterday, that it's probably Vitalik is going to talk about Casper next week. So it seems that it's moving forward, and I'm really hoping that, you know, watching or reading or whatever he wants to do about Casper soon, because I'm really eager to see Casper running, definitely.
I'm very, very eager to see Casper running.
Oh, me too.
I think that will be beautiful.
We are red. What I like is it's going to go faster first because it's not going to be mining anymore, but minting. And it's just miners are just going to confirm transactions. And it's just going to go real fast. And they're going to have a lot of bonuses and a lot of rewards. So it's going to be really interesting.
Yep, I just got a reminder from Tyler saying, remember the SEC meeting tomorrow. Yep, I will check it out. We will probably be commenting on it live in the Discord server, so be sure that you are there and we can talk about it and we can see how things are going with that. We still don't know how it's actually going to affect the price, to be honest. And also, tomorrow is Futures Day, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. So again, guys, tomorrow there is some news. There's no news today, but tomorrow there is some news. So be sure to try and get in on the Discord server to be able to see the latest chat and people's opinion. Somebody saying, what is Casper? Is Casper a crypto?
Also a friendly ghost.
I was going to say that.
That's the running joke. Casper, imagine Casper to be an upgrade to Ethereum, essentially.
Just ask first, do you know what is POW and POS?
Proof of stake. L'Oreal, if you don't know these terms, it's okay. We will cover them very soon. Casper is just a project which is coming out a little bit later on in the year. It's not quite ready yet. So by that time, then you should have all the information to know what it is and how it's going.
It's the second part of the upgrade for Ethereum. For you know that last year we had Byzantine, so this is the same. So it's an upgrade. It's a big upgrade because Ethereum is going to switch, and it's going to be interesting because it's not going to be mining anymore, but minting. And so it means that we mint transactions. We do not mine them, so we do not mine tokens. This is why it's really interesting. So it's going to go faster, something like I remember it's 8 times faster, something like this. So it's pretty good.
And right, tell everyone Ethereum 0.15. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so there's no news that we've seen, guys, in the market. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Until 1 Mil. Until 1 Mil saying, tell everyone Ethereum to 0.15 Bitcoin easily. Yep, Ethereum was already very close to 0.15 Bitcoin when Bitcoin was around $10,000, guys, and Ethereum was almost at 1,500. Then, you know, the Ethereum project is a very, very strong project. It went up last year from, what was the opening last year? How much did it open at in January, February time last year?
It was a little under $10. I don't know if it got like 7 or 6 or something.
Yeah. So imagine, guys, in 1 year for a coin to go from, we'll say $10 up to almost $1,500, $1,500. It's a very, very strong project. And this year it will continue to grow even more, especially as it is also offered as a trading pair on Binance. You can trade most coins in Ethereum. Okay. And a lot of people after this beautiful January, February trading period may consider moving over to Ethereum as a more stable coin to trade with. So it's a very strong project, which has a lot of potential, and it will be having a lot of gains this year. We will at some point be holding Ethereum, and we may even potentially, and this is just potentially, we may potentially experiment with trading in Ethereum at some point later on in the challenge towards the end. But for now, we will be trading in Bitcoin, and our focus will be the Bitcoin pairs that happen. So since we don't have any news, we have quite a few people on the server with us here today.
Yeah,
Did anyone make any trades that they may potentially share?
I do. Just wait. I was looking at something about Casper, and it seems that it's the testnet is currently working, and it's coming. They don't have any date right now, no time frame, but it could be Q1 for the first testnet. The
Q1?
Yeah, Q1, end of Q1, probably early Q2. I'm reading some big discussions, and it seems that because Byzantium and Constantinople are really working pretty well, and as it's because Casper is going to be an hybrid proof of stake, you know, and it's pretty interesting that how it works right now. And they're saying that theoretically, Casper is really in advance because it's already working, and they are trying to implement the final testnet, and it could be released end of Q1 or early Q2.
Wow.
And
okay.
They already got 3 node network working with 2 validators. So this is amazing. If it happens end of Q1 or early Q2, oh, that's going to be good. All ERC20 first coins. So all ERC tokens are just going to pop up first. And it's just going to be amazing.
That sounds like it's going to be absolutely epic, actually, then. If it's coming that early, then we could see some insane growth on Ethereum very, very soon. We will try to keep you guys up to date, and if we see a potential to make some very good money on Ethereum, then we will buy into it.
Yeah, because if the news starts to, to being spread, it's going to be big. Yeah, this says that Byzantium is already working pretty well right now with Constantinople, and the hybrid proof of stake is definitely on its way. Casper friendly Finality gadget is currently working for the first testnet, and they got 3 node network working with 2 validators. That leads Ethereum to release probably the first test between end of Q1 and early Q2 for a final release around Q3. The white paper is definitely is currently being written and are definitely cool. This is what the guy says. So believe me, what you're gonna see is that life is gonna be amazing with Ethereum. This is what the guy says. That's cool. That's pretty good news.
That's pretty amazing news, actually. I think I'm gonna go and buy some more Ethereum right now. Forget about Bitcoin.
If it's end of Q1, early Q2, we need more details. But yeah, I would not be surprised. Early Q2, big test net during Q2 and end of Q3 release. That would make sense. That would make sense. Definitely. Like he launched Byzantium and Constantinople in September, end of September, early October. So that would make sense. That would be 1 year from now. So yeah, from the launch. So
yeah, that would be very, very interesting.
That the Ethereum Casper is already working in a connection with banks or Visa. That's why we are. Oh my gosh! Yeah, they are explaining that. They're explaining that the transactions with Casper can be really fast between banks and Visa, so they could use Ethereum to blockchain to make transactions faster.
That would be interesting.
It is consuming limited physical resource to any significant extent, with the network becoming as an added benefit environmentally friendly, potentially far more so than even banks or Visa could connect to Casper network. That's pretty interesting.
Yep, I think that's some amazing news. That's really gonna have some.
Yeah, it's a big discussion.
Some crazy positive effects. No, guys, we are not going all in Ethereum. We are not gonna go all in Ethereum, please. Nobody suggest that. But it does mean that Ethereum is gonna see some very, very crazy growth this year. They already had crazy growth last year. It's gonna have again crazy growth today. Let me open this up.
This is the first test network, and with 2 validators, and it worked 100%. Okay. So they are running. It's running. You know, it's running.
Yep. I like that they're using Docker for their test system. Okay. Okay, guys. That's so cool. I guess then Casper is closer than we originally thought.
Yep.
You know what, guys?
Yeah, it was about 18 months. So.
This is why people like Ethereum, because Ethereum sets a target and then they like to come in ahead. And when they release something, generally it gets released and there are almost no problems. There are almost no.
What I like is that you don't hear about Ethereum. You don't have any drama. You don't have any news. You don't have any problem with Vitalik. He's working. End of story. And he delivers. This is what I like.
Yep. Definitely a solid project with a solid team, with a solid guy, with a solid vision. It's an amazing project. Guys, we are over our stream time, so just very quickly, we still have on the server here, we have Jerome, Damilon, Grizz, Jeff, and John. Have any of you made any trades today that you might be willing to share? What you bought, why you bought it, and when you sold it, and etc.?
Yeah, I did some trades today.
All right, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I trade empty.
Was that?
I said I trade empty.
So I noticed this morning that there was a pennant forming on lumens after it originally went up. So when it started breaking upwards, I rode that for a little bit. And
what's the
I
ticker
didn't
code?
want to
Sorry.
stay in XLM, Stellar Lumens.
Yep.
It actually went up a lot today, but I didn't ride it because I didn't want to stay in BTC too long. So that first thing there was starting to form after the first poll was starting to form a pennant. The pennant kind of broke down. It wasn't like a very good one, but it basically did it twice. So it went up to the next level, started to form one again, and then broke up early. And then so I rode it just in that middle stage there. So sold that, and then I wanted to get out of BTC again because I have no idea when it's going to crash. And then later on today, I did a couple trades with Ethereum Classic because that also, which is ETC, because there's news about a fork coming up, and so there was a lot of volume on it today. So I did some trades on Ethereum Classic, and then also some trades with Litecoin, which just was being majorly pumped up, and I think it just ended. But I didn't know that it was going to happen or anything. It just out of nowhere had a ton of volume and was really pushing today. So if you just look at that chart now, it was insane. So I wish I could say I caught all those green candles and I rode them the whole way, but I didn't. I'm very cautious today, and I'm taking very small percentage gains and exiting. Of course, if I would have had a bigger pair of balls, I guess I would have tried to ride it the whole way and got all those profits. But the market's very shaky right now with Bitcoin, so I really didn't want to chance it.
Okay. Personally, for me, I made one tiny trade. I made 0.06% profit on it, so it's not even worth talking about. Yep. Again, I think it's been a slow day. Grizz, have you made any trades today?
Just the one. Just a quick in and out with ENG where I got in where I saw it coming down pretty quick and rode it up and got rid of it. So just a little one, 2.5% or so.
I apologize, by the way, to everyone because I announced the pennants for Lumens in trading and not in the crypto challenge channels. So sometimes I'm in the normal discussion trading channel talking and not necessarily in the crypto challenge channels. So I'm sorry if you missed that. I'll try to post it in the challenge ones next time I say something like that.
Yep, and guys, if you are online and you do want to take part in one of these things, please realize that these kind of things, it's not going to be over in 5 seconds where you can just pull in and pull out straight away. Sometimes it may take an hour for you to realize the full, to maximize the profit of it, and be sure that if you've never done this before, that you just observe first. Okay, I'm a big fan of paper and pen method. Okay, get a paper, get a pen, write down what price you would have bought at, follow along with everyone in the server, and then write down what price you would have sold at. And if you see that you would have made a profit, if you had indeed made that trade, then you can start to kind of maybe invest a little bit of money, go in a little bit, and follow along.
Yeah, so
okay.
So in the case of Lumens today, I think I gave about a 30 to 40 minute heads up, like keep an eye on it, explained what a bull pennant is. So usually when you see like a really big pump, like look at the candle he's got right there with Litecoin right now. So for instance, if it dropped, just leave it where you are. So if it were to drop and then come up again and basically form a little triangle on the right side, which is getting smaller and smaller, usually when it gets to the tip of that triangle, it makes a move. And usually if it's a bull pennant, usually it goes up, but you don't want to buy it before it happens. You usually want to wait and make sure it's confirmed. And you never know how far it's going to continue going up. So with Lumens, it basically did it twice today and it went up significantly. So if I do notice something like that, I'll try to say it, and I'll say to keep an eye on it, and I'll try to make sure to call and say it's confirmed or something, so you know you might want to jump in for a short period of time or not. But I usually don't ride them very long. I'm a very cautious trader when it comes to flips. I like holds, so I usually never ride the full profits like a lot of people try to do, because sometimes when the people are done pushing it, the sells happen quick and you might actually lose out on profits that you would have had otherwise. So sometimes I'm just happy with a couple percent if I know it's that short term.
Yep. And Jeff, I'm not sure if Jeff can actually talk right now. Okay.
Yeah, I can talk, but no trades today, mate. Just holding.
Okay, so Jeff just holding, and Jerome as well said to me he didn't do any trades. He posted it in the chat message. Yeah, essentially a lot of people are just waiting and waiting right now. I took 2 or 3 days off, I believe, where I just almost didn't really trade anything. Today I did try to do a quick trade, but then I got distracted by something and it didn't quite work out the way I hoped. Still in profit, 0.06% profit. So I'm not too bothered about that. And that's it. So guys, I think then we will call it a night for the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, please give a thumbs up to the video. Check out the link in the video description to the website where you can sign up to the Discord server. Once you're on the Discord server, there's a whole section on the website there called, I'll just bring it up for you guys, the Crypto Challenge. If you guys scroll down in the list of rooms, the Crypto Challenge, go to sign up, type in I'm in, and then I will add you to the list of users, and then you can access all of these beautiful rooms where you can see the announcements, FAQs, live stream chat, lessons and updates, questions and general chat, as well as the normal trading channel where there's always people in there talking about what's going on in the market and what trades they are doing, and you can always seek advice and get advice from there. If you think we can improve something in the streams, please write a constructive comment or feel free to reach out to me on the Discord server. It's always better to reach out to me there. I can provide one-on-one answers. And that's it then, guys. I think for tonight we went over a little bit above our 1 hour thing that we said yesterday we're going to start to do. So we do apologize for that sincerely. And so from the team over here, myself and John, who already left, is going to be back on voice on the Discord server a little bit later on, so sign up there. Then have a good night, have a good evening, and if we do a mini stream tomorrow to buy back in, or possibly later on today, we will try and announce it as far in advance as possible, guys. So that's it from me. That's it from the team. Have a good night and have a good time. Take care.